Hello guys, good to see you back. Once again I'm back with a new tutorial related JavaScript, and in this tutorial we are going to learn array slice and splice method. Here you can see we assign a variable, and inside this array we have total 3 values: Adwan, Rahul and Aman. And now I want to extract Rahul and Aman from this array, and I want to create a new array. For that we need to use a array method named slice. Using this function you can extract one, otherwise multiple value from an array, and you can create a new array. And in this function we need to pass total 2 parameters, start and end. I want to say starting index and end index. And we already know we can access array value to using their index number. So according to this index, if we want to extract Rahul and Aman, for starting value we need to pass 1, and for end value we need to pass 2. So let's start the practical and see how it's work. As you can see, side by side I open my Visual Studio Code editor and my browser using live server extension. And I already created a HTML documents named index.html, and inside the script tag we have an array, and inside this array we have total 4 values: Smith, Adwan, Rahul and Oliver. And now from this array I want to extract Adwan and Rahul, and I want to return a new array. Let me show you. So at first I'm going to assign a variable var x equal to, and now I'm going to use the function slice. For that we need to call our array dot slice. Then inside the round braces we need to pass total 2 parameters. So we need to extract Adwan and Rahul from this array. So this is our 0th index and this is our first index. So here I'm going to pass our starting number 1. This is our first index, comma, and for endpoint I'm going to pass 3. Now the question is, why we pass 3? As you can see, Rahul index number is 2, not 3. Because to run this function we need to add 1 with our last value. I want to say, if you want to return index number 1 and index number 2, in that case you need to start from index number 1, but you need to pass 3 as an endpoint. So after semicolon, if I save this file, and now I want to print our new array value in my document. For that I'm going to type document dot write, inside the round braces I'm going to pass x, then semicolon to end this line. If I save this file, you can see the result. It print Adwan and Rahul. But if I pass only 1 and then save this file, now you can see it print Adwan, Rahul and Oliver. It means it's going to create the new array from index 1. Also we can pass negative value here. So here I'm going to pass -1. And if I save this file, now you can see it print Oliver only. Because we start our array from -1 index. So and this is our -1 index. And after Oliver there is no value. So if I pass -2 and then save this file, now you can see it print Rahul and Oliver. This is -1 value and this is -2 value. If we use minus value, it's work from opposite direction. So you can access value from opposite direction also. So this is the usage of slice function in array. Now let's talk about splice function. What is the usage of splice function? As you can see, there is an array. And inside this array, I want to put 2 new other values. But I don't want to put this value at the start and at the end. For that, we have already push and unshift function. But I want to put those values between them. I want to put this value after Rahul and before Aman. For that, we need to use splice function. And in this function, we need to pass total 3 parameters: index, number of deletes, and new value. So we need to start from number 2. Because I want to place it after Rahul. So in our first parameter we need to pass 2. Our next parameter is optional. This parameter is used for if you want to delete this value. And if you want to shrink this value, then you need to pass 0 here. And then in our third parameter you need to pass the new values, Rahul and Aman. And there is another usage of this function. You can delete existing value using this function. So without wasting your time, let's start the practical and see how it's work. So as you can see, inside this array we have total 4 value. And now I want to add 2 new value after Rahul. For that we need to use splice method. So here I'm going to type array dot splice. Then inside the round braces, and before I pass the parameter, you need to remember, it's not going to create a new array. It's just going to modify this array. And here after Rahul I want to pass our value. So here I'm going to pass 3. And I don't want to delete any item. So after 3 I'm going to pass 0, comma, and then I'm going to pass 2 new value to this array. So inside the double quotes, I'm going to type Smith, and our second value is Neha, and semicolon to end this line. And again, I'm going to print this array in my document. So I'm going to copy this line and paste it after this function. So if I save this file, you can see the result. And to make it clear, also I'm going to use a break tag between them. Concatenation sign inside the double quotes BR. If I save this file, now you can see the result. Here you can see after Rahul, it add Smith and Neha, and it's moved the Oliver forward. And if you want to delete one value, you need to pass 1 here. And if I save this file, now you can see it remove Oliver from this array list. And also we can pass minus value. If I pass -3, and also I'm going to make delete number 0 and set this file, now you can see, here you can see it put Smith and Neha after first value. To avoid the confusion, I'm going to change the value name. Here I'm going to pass Ravi. So if I set this file, you can see the result. Now you don't want to add any value to this existing array, but you want to delete value from this existing array. For that, also you can use this function. So let's duplicate this line and comment out previous one. And here I'm going to pass only 2 arguments. Let me show you. I want to start from 2, and also I want to delete 2 value, 2, 2. If I set this file, now you can see it's return only 2 value, Smith and add 1. So I hope now it's clear for you what is the usage of splice function. You can add new value, also you can delete values. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for our next tutorial.